it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today I'm going to bring you my October TBR. October is fall to me, even though September is also fall to me, but October is also officially the postseason for baseball. And to celebrate the Minnesota Twins American League Central Division clinching win, I am wearing my 1991 World Series Championship sweatshirt, and that's how we're going to begin this video. So my October TBR, I am putting a big fat question mark on it, because what happened to me in September is I came up with this whole TBR. I was super stoked to read these books, and then I was just really feeling very burnt out from the Newt's readathon, and I completely scrapped my whole TBR. I'm keeping my definitive October TBR very light, and then there's two like floater books that I think I'll try and get to, but if I don't get to them, then it's like, whatever. But there's two of them that I have very firm plans that I would like to read these books in the month of October. So the first one, I've already made a video posting about this. This is Mage's Blood, written by David Hare. This is the October book club pick for my big ass book club. Yeah, I picked this one out of a TBR jar. So this is about this like Eastern versus Western continental divide, this world where there's this divide. And every 12 years, there is an event called Moontide. Like the ocean waters and the shores recede, and this bridge appears that connects the two continents. And when this happens, the two nations and the two continents go to war with one another. This follows several different characters who are caught up in the middle of that, because Moontide is fast approaching in this first novel. And yeah, we're going to begin this for the book club. This has been a book series that has been on my shelf for a very long time. It's been staring me in the face, and I've been very excited for it. I just never ended up working it into any of my TBRs, so that's why I'm really glad that I just like picked it out of a jar, and that's that. It does seem like it's gonna have some like sinister magic in here, which is also not something I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but not that. And so it makes me pretty excited for it. All right, and then I've mentioned this in several videos already, but I decided this year for October, like the spooky, creepy route that I want to go is actually, I do want to try some horror novels, and I would like to try some Stephen King. I've said that last year I took the witchy route with October reads, like witches and vampires, and I just was very let down with the books I ended up choosing. Like a couple, maybe one DNF, and then the other ones were just like not even worth my time reading. That's bad. Like maybe 3 stars. 3 stars, but below 3 stars for a majority of them. So the one that I really want to get to is Needful Things. I put this in the, what was it called? The fall reading recommendations video. It follows a man named Leland Gaunt in this town, Castle Rock, Maine, I think it's called. And he opens up a curiosities shop in this town. And everything in the shop like speaks to people individually, like it's something that they absolutely really want. And there are no price tags attached to the items in the shop. It's just that you must make a deal with Leland Gaunt in order to get the things that you want. So it's a very much like a human psychological thriller, maybe? I don't know. This one comes like just over 800 pages. So that's why like my definitive TBR is quite short, because I've got 2 very massive books on here. Then I had been planning on reading this one. I haven't read any classics at all this year, and I thought this could be a perfect time of year to actually get into Dracula, written by Bram Stoker. I've not actually read Dracula, so I thought I might as well give it a chance. And this one actually, like, I feel like it's hit or miss with people just because it's a classic, and that tends to be the way with classics. But this one did sound pretty interesting the more I looked into it, because it's told in like diary entry format of this man visiting the Count Dracula. I kind of want to try it for Halloween, so this is gonna be like my like Halloween read for sure. I'm probably gonna continue on with the Harry Potter series. I'm currently, as I'm filming this video, in the middle of the Goblet of Fire, so by the time October rolls around, I'll try and get into the Order of the Phoenix. Like I said, I've got some really big books in front of me, so I just don't want to like spend that much time rereading Harry Potter when I've read them tons of times before. But the final book that's like another big question mark, but had got me thinking about reading it for October, is Mr. Mercedes, also by Stephen King. I think I would like to have some more of these in my life. I would really like to try some more crime novels. So this is like a retired detective story by Stephen King. There's a pretty weird murder situation happening in this book, but it follows primarily this like retired detective. So I just thought it sounded really interesting. This one actually came in pretty highly recommended by a lot of people because I took to Twitter to ask people's opinion on what Stephen King novel should I try. So this one ended up coming up pretty frequently. Yeah, so I'm taking the faith from a lot of you saying that Mr. Mercedes could be a good one to try. And so this is another question mark for October, but I think if I have the time and can get through those other books, then I think this could be another good October read. This October, I'm trying to keep my options open, basically, for my spooky reads, for my horror reads. I'm trying to keep my options open. You know that I read fantasy, and so for me to have only one fantasy novel in this whole TBR pile is really strange for me, but you know, there's nothing wrong with trying something new, and we'll see if I like them, and we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Have you read any of these novels? If you read the Stephen King novels, please let me know what you thought of those. Otherwise, you can follow me on my social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. It's at whatcassread, same as this channel, so it's super easy to find. And then of course my Goodreads link is listed down below for you. And then my Goodreads book club link will also be listed down below. Otherwise, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.